but they think they're being sly, but they're not. You
It's
don't
up.
like me anymore.
And everyone's doing it in a corset top, you know,
Wearing
and-
heels.
Yeah, and it's fucking inspiring. And dude, I got accused of shoplifting at the airport.
So, if you bitches are buying it, they're just trying to upsell you. It's
Yeah.
not a compliment.
It was like, Didi, hanger नहीं बचे हैं. आप थोड़े कम कपड़े लो. I've lost relationships, friendships because of this other character when I'm drunk.
For me, it's like so difficult to come to terms with it, but I'm going for therapy. Hi guys, welcome back to Moment of Silence Pod. I'm Sakshi Shivdasani.
I'm Nana Bhan.
And today we have someone here who, if you want to feel old, you go out with this person. Meghna Kaur.
Hi, thank you for having me. We finally made this happen.
I
Yeah.
know.
You know, like I said this to Rebel Kid also, but because your name is She Troublemaker, it feels weird saying Meghna Kaur at this
I think a lot of people are not aware about my real name.
Yeah.
And I had, like, after a while, because now that I'm getting old, I'm just like, She Troublemaker it's not relatable anymore. I have to change it back to my real name. But now I feel like it's a brand. And
Yeah.
a lot of people are not aware about my real name. So if I change it, they'll be like, who's this person we are following? So it's gonna be so random.
She looks like She Troublemaker.
Yeah. I was like, fuck no, I can't change it. So it's gonna
But
be.
were you on the internet around the time that there was another handle named He Troublemaker, which
No.
originated from Ask FM?
Please tell me more. I have no idea
I
about
feel
it.
then now when you talk about it like this, I feel like I've been here for so long. I met Agastya the other time, and we went for some awards. And he's like, I've been following you since I was in 4th grade. I was like, bro, you're making me feel so old.
But I know that there are so many celebrities who are like diehard fans of you who've grown up watching you and they're like, oh my God, we
Really?
love you. You have told me this,
Oh,
but I'm
like,
not going to
let's
name
not
names.
name.
Really?
Yeah,
No, like
let's
that.
not name names,
Yeah,
but like literally celebrities have grown up watching her and then like you walk into a room thinking you're going to fangirl over somebody and then they come and they're like, oh my God, I love your content.
And I'm just shook and I'm like, oh, thank you. but yeah, that's really sweet.
But Ask FM, I remember. But tell us, like, you started on Ask FM and you transitioned to Instagram, and now you've been on Instagram for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
But how was the Ask FM days?
It feels like a lifetime ago. It's like I did that years ago. But I thought I was very funny.
Yeah.
I used to have like nice comebacks, and that time you have to be smart and funny because you don't have Chat GPT to answer for you.
Wait, tell me about, I was never on Ask FM. I don't know anything about it. So can you tell me like what kind of stuff you
Ask
did?
FM was basically like an anonymous website. You could be anonymous, but you could also ask questions through your handle, but you could always go anonymous. And there are a lot of people who used to ask you the shadiest stuff because they couldn't ask you as a friend. And I'm just like, sometimes I have told someone about this. I know who the person is, but they think they're being sly, but they're not.
You know, Meghna is one of the most like inventive, like genuinely hustle, like
Yeah.
as a word, okay, you are the personification. And this is from like you selling your Justin Bieber fan page for 80,000 rupees.
Yeah.
This is from you, like if you need a plug or a fix for anything, it could be like wallpaper, it could be nails, it could be like anything. She has like 5 people on call.
Yeah, I won't gatekeep anything. I'm just like, you need this? Take it. You need this? Take it. Oh, you want more? Even if I have new clothes with tags on it, and my friends are like, oh, I want to wear this. I was like, yeah, go for it. Just wear it. It's
Yeah,
fine. Like,
'cause-
I'm okay with it.
Because we went to Mexico together, okay? And I think before that, we had not really spoken or known each other. And I don't know what kind of bonding we had because by the end of the second day, we were holding hands and crying.
And they were like, oh, let's do a sleepover when you're back.
But literally,
happened?
not yet.
Yeah.
Not
And
yet.
I have messaged her after that so many times. I was like, bro, we decided we'll hang out. What happened? You don't like me anymore.
Now you moved to the other side of the ceiling.
That's true, yeah.
Now
It's hard for
little
us.
aspirational. We can't
But
come.
the first day, she was like, hey, what are you wearing? I'm like, I don't know. Because she came with like a full, she dresses so well. And I come with my basic tank top in like 3 different sizes. And she's like, why don't you take this? Why don't you? I'm like, wow, this girl is just like the sweet, like she enters a room and exudes positivity. And I haven't met anybody as nurturing in this industry as you.
I have to agree with that. And like, I don't compliment people very often, but every time I've met you, like, it's because Meghna is very hot. It's very intimidating.
It's so intimidating.
It's so intimidating, but then you're such a girl's girl.
Yeah.
Like, you host your Diwali party every year. And this year, I was like not feeling my outfit when I went there. And then Meghna sends me like photos of me solo from the party, and she'd hired a photographer. So she was like, listen, please take outfit photos. Your outfit is so, she's telling everyone, like, take photos, post it, make the brand happy, trust me. And now if Meghna is saying trust me and she's managed to stay relevant for so long, then
Maybe
we
she's
have to
right.
trust. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is elite girlfriendship because I can tell that you're the kind of person who you will make sure everyone has a good photo. If you're looking bad, she would have face tapped and made sure your eyes are foxy. Like there is not a dull moment for for you in that friendship.
But I will say you make me feel old. Because she's always like, she does a party till 3 a.m. and then she'll wake up at 8 a.m. for Pilates.
Yeah, and people are like, how are you doing this?
How
and I was
are
like,
you?
I don't know.
But you make me feel young because I'm like, if Meghna's doing it, I can do it.
So sweet. You guys are
Two
so
sides.
nice.
Where's
Two sides.
Radhika when you need her?
It's like, so much niceness. What is happening?
It's like, it's because you're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of relevance, you've been here, okay, since I think
Since Agastya was in 4th grade.
yeah, since Agastya was in 4th grade. How have you managed?
I
And
have no idea. I even right now when I wake up in the morning, I'm just like, oh, what do I do now? How do I stay relevant? Is this gonna work? Is it not gonna work? But I'm just like, okay, let's just go back and see what, because I started doing OOTDs in lockdown and I was very consistent. I don't know a lot of people who were shooting, and I was waking up every day. I had just one wall. I was staying with my parents, and I had this one wall that had sunlight on it. And I have shot more than 70-75 outfits on that same wall. And I was like, wait, if I can do that, I don't really need like a nice backdrop or anything. If you really want to make it work, you will find a way.
Yeah.
So I'm just like doing it. And I was like, OOTD is something that really works on my page. And I think I have a good personal style. So I can just give ideas, and I'm like, oh, if this is going to work out. If I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, oh, I'm not feeling anything, OOTD is something that comes naturally to me. So let me just shoot a video. And sometimes when I'm posting like OOTDs right now, twice a week, I have shot 7 videos in a day. So I'm just like, okay, let me just relax now because I shot so many videos. I can just edit and post them.
you're saying
stressed.
10 years later, you're working as hard as you were on the first day, if not more.
I have, because there's a kind of life that I wanted to build for myself. And I was like, if I don't do it, there's nobody else who's going to take care of it. So I have to wake up and I have to do it. So I'm just...
Can I ask? Okay, I just want to know. Clearly, there's like ambition and hustle that is in every part of you. What happened, or what was it that made you want to have like to push yourself to a level that's so like, I don't think most people can unlock the kind of ambition that you are and the kind of hard work that you're doing. Like, what made you strive so hard?
I come from a lower middle class family. I wanted to be rich, even as a kid. I used to just watch TV shows and I'm like, I want this in my life, and you have to work really hard if you want to be there. And now, like the 16-year-old me would be so proud. I would never even dream of doing the things that I do. I never even dream of traveling to the places I do. And I get to do it with a brand. I get to do it for free. So I'm just like, wow, I'm so proud of myself to be here. And this is me waking up and be like, oh, no, I have to work hard because that's the life I want to live.
Yeah.
And I live on the edge. I save money, but I'm just like, no, if I want a bag, I buy it because I dreamt about buying a bag. So why will I just be like, oh, people are saying, my parents are still like, oh my God, you spend so much money. Why do you do that? Save money. I was like, yeah, but let me just have that dream that a 16-year-old Meghna had.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, now I'll get everything that I want. Now I have so many bags that I'm like, okay, stop. But you can't.
Once
It's a
you
kida now.
started.
Now you're like, no.
Yeah.
I want this in this color.
Was there any like pushback from your parents when you started creating content?
No. They've been really supportive.
That's so sweet.
I stopped studying like after 12th. I thought I'll take a break and then I'll go back and graduate. But then I started making money. So I was like, wait, the whole point of studying is you finish your studies and then you start making. So if I've started making money now, let me just do this.
But I genuinely think it's so fucking cool. I coming here, I've met a lot of women, and I'm like 3 years in, so I would say fairly new. But like,
Now,
whatever, mid. But like, say even like Sakshi, you meeting all of you guys, it's very inspiring because you are going out of your way to do what a lot of women tap out from doing, because it's very easy that by the time you're 30 you're like, okay, ab main bacche paida karungi, ab main ye karungi, and
not in this body.
no, but every day you guys are pushing and you're doing extremely masculine things, right? You've like seen your sister through her wedding.
Yeah.
You know, you're hosting, you are seeing your sister and your parents through a lot of things that everyone's very nonchalant about, but they're very masculine roles to play. And everyone's doing it in a corset top,
Wearing
and-
heels.
Yeah, and it's fucking inspiring. And I swear to you, like in Delhi, I felt old, but when I've come to Bombay, just by association of women like these guys, I feel so much younger because I'm like, oh my god, now my life has so much room to achieve things because I finally have a roadmap to look at. Like I look
and
at
you
you guys
see
and
people around you and you see so many inspiring girls.
Yeah.
More than
Yeah.
guys, you see girls and I'm like, bro, like if you can do it, I can do it. And
I
it just
agree.
inspires you to say,
Yeah.
oh, you see her and I'm just like, oh, how did she do it? And then I'm like, if I put a little bit of work, I can do.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really inspiring.
But is it more difficult to date men as a strong, successful, hot woman?
I think it is.
Yeah. Anything weird that men have said to you about like,
They will never, especially Indian men, they would not say it, but they would feel it.
yeah.
And I think a lot of men are threatened, and that's why most of my relationships don't work, because I'm very alpha and I will walk toe to toe in a conversation. So I'm just like, oh, and some men don't like, some men
Some men
don't like it, and they like the girls to be quiet and say
like
hard.
docile and
Yeah.
be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, let's
But-
do it.
But
Yeah,
if you're going on a trip, you have a standard,
Yeah.
you're gonna plan it, like all of that.
And if I want to, if I'm traveling outside and if I want to stay in a good 5-star hotel, I want someone to afford it with me and be like, oh, let's split it and do it. Because
Yeah.
if I'm going out, I want to live that life. I've been saving for that, and I want to, because I'm creating content there. I have a certain thing on my social media that I have to portray.
For sure.
So I'm just like, oh, I have to live in a certain way, and I'm not asking you to pay for me. I'm asking you to pay your share of it.
Yeah.
And I don't
Because
think
when
it's
you
too
want
much
to
to ask
enjoy
for.
when you want to enjoy the experience, everyone's ready to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know? But like to arrive at the experience,
I mean,
like,
let's make a plan. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do it. I am down for it. I'm ready. Let's book the flights and let's go.
life would be different if you could marry your best friend
That is
who
so
is a
true.
woman.
Yeah.
You know,
That is
like
so
We just didn't like men.
no, okay, like men, but marry your best friend.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think it's great. Sugar, best friendships are the way of the future.
But what is the best place you visited?
Ooh.
Because she travels so much, you know.
Hmm.
You know.
I actually have visited a lot of places. Like the places that I like. Last year we went to Italy and Greece and we did the whole 25-day trip.
We saw.
It was amazing. It was amazing. But I really love LA. I
Yeah.
love going there. And there's also a certain lifestyle which is just like Bombay. And you can have your routine there. You can go get coffee, you can go Pilates and do all of that things. Also Bali.
Yeah, you
I
guys go to
love
Bali a lot.
Bali.
Bali.
I love Bali. And especially Uluwatu, people have not discovered that area,
Yeah.
and you don't find a lot of people like you would know.
Yeah.
And you can just, sometimes you can't travel to a lot of places because people know who you are, and then you can't be yourself. In Bali, you can just be yourself, wear a bikini, ride a scooter, nobody cares.
Yeah.
So it's liberating to just be there and like do your thing.
If I pull you back and I was like, because you're so resourceful, or like women watching this right now, help them plan a solo trip if they have a budget and they're scared about parent permission, safety, etc. What would you tell them
Solo
to
trip
do?
is the last thing I would do.
Okay, what would you do?
I can't do things alone.
Okay.
I just need someone to do it.
How
Yeah.
do women, like, if somebody's watching this and they're scared to plan a vacation, they don't know what to do, what would be the vacation?
Staying is not where you should spend money, because if you're traveling, you want to explore the city, you want to explore the culture, so you are just sleeping there.
Yeah.
If you're booking an Airbnb. I think it's a lot of fun to make new friends, because I am a kind of person, I don't know if a lot of people are social out there, a lot of people are introverts. But when you're in a new country, you can always make new friends because you never know if you are ever going to meet them in your life. So you can just be yourself.
Bro, I love it because I remember I saw one of your stories and you were in some restaurant and some
I know.
group
I
and
know.
you're like, hey, and like that when when someone's like, oh, Meghna is coming, I like heave a sigh of relief because when we don't meet that often, but I'm like, chalo, she's gonna introduce me to everyone. She's
Yeah.
gonna take me and
Yeah.
be like, okay, this is this one, this one, this is my friend, be nice to her, and then she's gonna do her own
Yeah.
thing. But you feel like taken care of. So I'm assuming like when you're meeting strangers, it must be so fun because I would never have the balls to approach someone.
I can do that. I can be. Also, I love the fact that they don't know who I am,
Yeah.
and the fact that you don't have to see them again. So even if they're talking shit about you, you will never know, and you don't care. They're gonna talk about it to their friends.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
But we don't remember. Oh, that's a story for one time. You'll talk about it. You'll get over it. Then what? You won't
Yeah.
talk about it. You'll have a new person to talk about.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, you can just be unhinged and be yourself. You never know if they like you even more.
Yeah.
It could turn into something else.
Yeah, I've genuinely started seeing life like a movie, okay? And everybody's movies are intersecting. I don't mind being the quirky character
Yeah.
in someone's life that came for one day cameo role, you know?
Oh,
It's
that weirdo.
yeah,
at the
like in a
restaurant.
Farah Khan like end sequence when Kajol, Rani, Kareena, everyone comes, and it's a vibe. But you guys have really good travel hacks. Like both of them are very, and I think it's a great one for anybody who's traveling. Is that they're very big on booking experiences so
Yeah.
that your holiday has some direction
Yeah.
and you can meet people along. Like you did that guided speakeasy tour.
Yeah, even I did that. It's so much fun because
Yeah.
it's a group of 20, 30, 25 people. And everyone was on a budget trip because not everyone wants to spend money, and they get along so well. And you're drinking, you're having fun, you're talking about stuff, and you don't have to say your real name.
Yeah.
You can just be someone else, whoever you want to be that day.
That is such a good hack.
Pick a character and be like, oh yeah, I just finished school.
Yeah.
And you can be 22 for all you
I'm a
want.
PhD student.
You can just pick a two, 3 points to talk about because you'll talk about that and then you're over it. And then you're just having fun, but you are another character. And even if they talk about you in their story, you are not that person.
Yeah.
It's some Sarah they're talking about. And it's not even me.
What there's a website that you go to, not you swear by this one app or website for your holidays.
Book your guide.
Book Your Guide.
Yeah.
Do you use
Book your guide. What is
I don't use Book Your Guide. I use the LV Guide. Like the LV Guide has a bunch of places for 9.99 rupees. If you buy one place ka guide, you can see everything from like bars to clubs.
But
to
you can
shopping
always, in
areas.
any country that you
Yeah.
are, you can always search for it and they'll find the local website
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
takes
yeah.
you to the thing, and then
Yeah.
you can just be like, oh, this is what I want to do. And there's some really interesting things you can do. You won't think about it, and you're like, wait, and you get to do it with a bunch of people who have also booked it.
Yeah.
So you can book a solo thing, but it's so much more fun to book it with random people.
Yeah, and especially because we're not staying in hostels, so where are we going to meet people except these
Yeah,
guides
now
and
at this age, you're not going to stay in hostel.
I
Not
can't do
that
it.
low, you can't go.
I can't do it. I envy people that can do it, but it's just not.
No, it's
like
not
I'll
for me.
cry if I have to share a bathroom type of traveler. I am.
No, even I can't do it. Mostly because I'm scared that they'll steal my stuff. Not for anything else.
You do the whole bag haul. The next day it's
I'm
just the case.
Even if I stay in like a 5-star property, I'm blocking my shit and going. I was like, I don't want to be. I don't
Fair
want to be
enough.
crying about this later. So I'm just like, okay, just give me a good space that I can lock my things in. And for touch wood, I have never lost a thing. Never lost my passport or anything.
Excuse me. Passport.
Passport. I mean, I didn't lose it. I just lost it at the airport. They found it.
We have this great vacation and both of us leave it.
Oh my god!
And
you
she's
won't
going
believe.
to like 1 week in Mexico, then LA. And I'm like, she's probably having the time of her life. And she's like, bro.
One second. And we were still closed, right? I had a flight to Tulum from Mexico City. And I had a lot of time. So I was like, let me just shoot like a fun reel. And I have the passport in my hand. I'm shooting and I was like, wait, I did not lose it on the flight because I know I shot a video because I saw it. I'm just like, where did the passport go? My flight, they're like, do you want to take this flight? You can get a temporary passport. I was like, I cannot. And I was thinking about, no, I have a US visa. I can't get a temporary passport. I have to go through the whole thing again. I stayed back. I was like, no, I'm going to stay for a day. I had to stay in Mexico City. I've called her And she's like, what happened? I thought you must have reached Tulum and that's why you're excited. And I was like, you don't know what happened with me. And she's like, how did you manage? But they found it at the security, and I was like, I think they were just keeping it because they want me to miss the flight and take another one. But they just booked me another flight, and I stayed in Mexico City for a day, which was a great thing because I wouldn't stay there regardless because of that. So I was like, I was like, what do I do? I called crying my friends, and I'm like, what do I do? They're like, relax. And this is why I hate traveling solo, because if you have someone, you can cry with them.
That's true.
Bro. But I mean, did you buy anything in Mexico City then if you were there?
No, there was
for a day?
nothing in Mexico City. Just
Dude, I got accused of shoplifting at the airport.
So-
I think someone did nazar on our trip because I was like, oh, I was trying these things at this store. I bought something, and then when I sat down, suddenly the fucking TSA, whatever, the airport security comes running, and the woman screaming in Spanish, this lady, and I was so
and you're like, what are you talking
yeah,
about?
I'm just like, what the fuck? And then they checked my bag and stuff.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And she gave me such a dirty look, and I have not worn that necklace since because I feel like she's hexed it or something. Like,
I wanted to ask, but which is the best place to buy luxury items from, city-wise, country?
Bro, I just go everywhere and buy, which is the worst thing.
Yeah.
Because buy it from Europe.
Europe?
Paris is the cheapest.
Okay.
Like I have bought a Prada bag from Istanbul airport, and Radhika has bought the same, like a different color, and the same Prada bag for 70,000, 80,000 cheaper.
Shut up.
And she's called me, she's like, you will hate this. And I was like, don't tell me.
wait, now that you're like buying so much luxury, I can understand the first purchase or like is very emotional and exciting. Now, does it feel that exciting
It
every time?
always feels for one day. And then you're like, it hits your bank account and you're like, fuck.
And do you feel as excited shopping in general?
I
like-
love it. I am obsessed. I have
can tell.
like my help is like, Didi hanger nahi bache hain. Ab thode kam kapde lo.
Oh, I thought you were like, yay, let's buy hangers.
No. And I was like, it's been like today in the morning, she's like, hanger mangana hai. I was like, please mujhe yaad dilao. And this has been going on for 7 days. She's like, aapke kapde bahar pade. And she's like, I've put 3, 4 things in one hanger. And I have a room, a closet.
I love it.
I'm just like, I don't know. I
What
can't.
was your first purchase?
It was my book tote, Dior book tote.
Oh,
I had made a full YouTube video about it. And I was so emotional. And like the funniest story that has happened because I wanted to buy that. And that time when I got it, it was for 3.
yeah.
And because I had just started off, my card doesn't have a limit. My card has a limit of 1 and the card has a limit of 2. The credit card I'm shopping. And it was so embarrassing because I want this bag. I've gone to the store. I've swiped. I was like, half I'll swipe from this and half I'll swipe from this. Half has worked and half didn't work. So I have calling my bank. They said it's going to take 24 hours. I have paid half. The next day I went and paid half. And everyone in that Dior store was so happy. He's like, congratulations, you finally got your dream bag. And I'm just like, it's so embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing because listen, everybody thinks that buying luxury means you're going to walk in and
Yeah.
like your head's going to be
Yeah.
that
fun.
yeah, let's go, you
Yeah.
know. But it's not that. You're like,
No.
fuck.
Your like hands are shaking if you like the more expensive bag, like the
And
first time.
yeah, even if you like, I'll tell you, my most expensive purchase was my classic flap, Chanel.
yeah.
And it's very expensive. And I have bought one bag before that, and I'm just like, my card is going to decline and it's going to be very embarrassing. Then I swiped it and it worked, and I was like, wait, what?
But I genuinely feel like whenever I've bought something luxury, and I think that it's going to be intimidating and embarrassing when my card is
Yeah,
like it's
yeah,
saying
yeah.
whatever it and it has. The people in the store are like this. They're like us.
Yeah.
You know, they're like high-fiving and they're like very excited. And
they-
you're like,
they
one of
wanna
us
make the
got
sale.
it.
Yeah.
No, but also like they're all fashion girlies
Yeah.
who can't afford it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So they get super excited
Yeah.
when you come in and like you're not that like rich auntie on Xanax
Yeah.
who's picking up like 40 things.
Bro, I I feel bad every time I enter a store. If I don't buy anything, I feel bad. So I like even I'll tell you in Bombay when I went to the LV store and I've asked him to show me this, show me that I'm wearing the boots, and I was like, it's gonna be very embarrassing if I don't buy anything. And I was like, what do I do? Then I left with a wallet, and I'm just like, I have to buy something. It's embarrassing.
I start overcompensating because
Start wrapping this.
and I'm like, and I quickly check, okay, what are the 2-3 things that I know that this brand makes? I'm like, oh yeah. Last time I came, I saw.
It's like, oh, you don't have it in this color.
Oh shit, I just
I wanted that color specifically.
Oh my
and all the store clerks know, right? They're like glazed. They're like,
Right.
And I feel like more than anything, when I usually shop from the airport, because I have 1-2 things that I'm wearing are luxury, they're gonna give me more love and support. Say, oh no, she'll buy.
Yeah.
yeah.
But then
They don't care.
Dude,
they don't care.
the confidence once you have bought
Yeah.
something and you have a designer like
Yeah.
shopping bag
Yeah.
and then you enter
Yeah.
another store, अब तू मुझे कुछ नहीं बोल सकता, मुझे 10 बैग दिखा, मुझे 100 जूते दिखा, मैं कुछ नहीं
Yeah, I think
खरीदूंगी.
I've reached a point now. I'm fine. I'm just entering the store because they don't serve alcohol here.
Yeah.
But outside store they serve alcohol. I'm just like, I don't know how it's gonna compensate. But in my head, I'm like, if I drink 3 glasses of champagne, it's gonna be fine. I'm like 3 glasses of champagne. You're buying worth 2.5-3 lakhs. They don't give a fuck. They'll be like, take drink bottle.
Yeah.
But that's such a great hack. If you're abroad and you want to drink for free and have a good AC
Yeah.
experience, just go to a designer.
And you also
Yeah.
feel very important in
Yeah.
a designer
Yeah.
store till you don't.
Yeah.
Till they like really don't. But has anyone been rude to you guys in a store before?
No.
Not that I can think of because I'm drunk on the champagne and just like bubbly. Then I'm like, ooh, yeah. And they're talking about there's some girls who really want to sell you the thing.
Yeah.
So they'll be, oh my god, this looks lovely on you. Then you try the other thing. They're like, this looks like. I was like, you just want to sell.
Yeah.
Bro, fuck everything. You know how these essays really like selling to Indians? The first thing they'll say is, oh, you don't look Indian. They'll ask you where you're from, then they'll say you don't look Indian. And if you bitches are buying it, they're just trying to upsell you. It's
Yeah.
not a compliment.
So is shopping like an emotional experience? Do you do it to feel better? Like, is it something deeper or you just
No, now I'm like, okay, I have saved money for this and I want it. Now I'm like, if I really want a bag, then I buy it. There's a certain things that I have, okay, or this is the bag that I wanted, then I get it. And I'm very excited about it.
now I know when I sit at night and I've had a very stressful day, I online window shop just to kind of gain control of my life.
Yeah.
And it's like one fix. Like it's my equivalent to having like a beer or a glass of wine at the end of the day to
Oh, I feel
unwind.
like I do both. I should stop at one. I'm like, I'm putting things in the cart. I because this new addiction that I have is Farfetch. Because you know its
yeah.
import duties are included and then you are not stuck in customs. So I'm just like ordering things. I put everything in the cart and it's reached a point and I'm like, do I really need this? Then I dheere remove everything. Then I go back again on it. I do the same thing. I'm just like, okay, let me just place the order. And I end up buying 5 things.
Yeah, it's a very slow process
Yeah.
because 4 days of the week you've convinced yourself you don't need it.
Yeah.
And the 5th day you're like, fuck it, I'm a girl boss. you know?
I
don't-
deserve it.
I deserve it. I know there's an event coming up where I will wear this cutout
Yeah.
pastel.
There are so many things that I've bought and have still not used it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, oh, when I go to LA, when winter comes, when this, and I'm like, now I don't even fit in it anymore. So I have to wait. I'm buying extra small because I'll tell you, I love House of CB dresses.
Yeah.
So I go to the store and I'll tell you an incident that happened. Was I was trying a dress and it just zip was not going up. And she's like, ma'am, I think you should try a small. I was like, excuse me, I will fit in an extra small. If I don't, I will lose weight and I'll fit it. I bought a very expensive extra small dress. It still doesn't fit me.
Amazing.
I'm just waiting for a day where I lose more weight.
What if you
And
put
then-
a loop on it and then you can carry it as a bag?
No, but the whole point.
You tried it.
Take a cue from Gen Z. Just put a shoelace on it. Like, it's fine.
It's just like where they're getting a Prada bag and the ribbon on it is in their hair now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, wait, what?
Dude, can I just take a moment to say, I don't know if I love Gen Z fashion or I hate it. What I love about it is that it's so inventive
Yeah.
and you only focus on the front. The back looks like, it looks so messy because there's one wire, someone's taken a hanger and
Yeah.
twisted it. They're
Yeah,
like,
what is that?
yeah.
You know, it's not fashion.
But I
I
love
can't
that
do it.
it's so DIY. Like earlier, like I thought fashion was very limited and it had to look very like
Yeah.
clean. And now you're just literally like this. You take a Dior like ribbon and you put it on your bag and you make it a bag charm.
I
It's
would
so cool.
not do that.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't have the vision.
Yeah.
I got you. I get you.
Because also I don't keep any packaging. It
Yeah.
just overwhelms
Yeah.
me, so I throw it. But I get the vision in terms of why buy a belt when you have a shoelace.
No, but I keep the boxes. I love it. I'm just like, oh, I look at it and I'm just like, yes, more. I have boxes kept in my closet.
Yeah.
But is it difficult? Like, because I know you're on camera so much and you're in that like aspirational wellness girl who also parties. Sometimes, you know, that niche where everyone's like, fuck, how can we do her life? So does that pressure of like, fuck, I have to look a certain way, I have to.
It's always, I think it's always that no matter what kind of content you're creating.
Yeah.
Just like even if you're trying, if you're trying to be funny, I'm saying, even if you're funny,
I'm trying.
even if you're funny, you have, because you also have started fashion. I see you, like you're doing fashion, but in a
Yeah.
funny voiceover kind of way.
Try.
But it's the niche where you're like, oh, no, I have to look a certain way on camera because it's going to pay my bills.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, no, I have to, even if I'm feeling like, oh, it's a long night and I've drank, I have to wake up in the morning and I have to go to Pilates because I have paid in advance. So I'm just going to be like, oh, no. I think it's the best thing you can do to yourself if you pay in advance, not per class.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, no, I've paid money. There's a certain time limit. I can use that. So I'm just like, okay, no, I have to wake up and I want to do this. And you know, if you're going for Pilates the next day, I'm just like, no, I have to cap at 1 and then be like, okay, no, I have to do this. And now you can't do it anymore because you feel it in the morning when you drink. You're like, bro, you're not 18 anymore. It just gives you a headache. And I'm like, why do I do this? And then every time I drink, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? And by evening, I'm ready to drink again. So I'm just like, what is happening?
Dude, realized as I've grown older, like drinking, like the next day is such a downer and
Yeah.
there's so much anxiety, which I never had before.
Imagine we used to drink and we used to wake up and we were like, oh, wow, let's go, do it again.
Yeah.
But now you can't do it anymore.
All the retired party girls.
I'm just like, oh no. And they're like, oh. But I feel like even right now, once in a while, I'm just going to be like, I'm going to drink today. I'm going to get drunk. And tomorrow I won't go.
A
anywhere, just
bendo.
red. But I think when you see your body and you're like, oh no, the Pilates and the gym really works, you have to balance it out. And be like, oh
Yeah.
no, I have to do it. Because you want to look a certain way. And in the end, it's the looks.
Yeah. Do you track your sleep? Have you reached
No.
that level yet? No.
Soon, at some point.
I don't know.
She's gonna buy.
Don't
a
put ideas in my
Ura
head.
What, as you grow older and you have some vision of the future, what is the girl that you're afraid of becoming or the woman that you're afraid of becoming?
I'm a very different person when I drink. And I know it. It's not like, oh, I'm in denial or delusional about it. I'm just like, I don't want to be this. I have lost relationships, friendships because of this other character when I'm drunk. And I'm just like, I don't want to be that person. I'm afraid of doing that. So I'm like, I have to balance it out because if I just keep the party life on and I don't balance it out with like working out and doing my work, I won't be able to do it. So I have to like wake up and be like, no. And I've made such a beautiful house. And I'm just like, I've spent so much money on it. I might as well just use it as a
Yeah,
backdrop.
yeah.
Because
Enjoy
my
your
whole
rent.
point was making the house was like, oh no, have backdrops, have different scenes where I can shoot. So I'm like, oh, now after 8-9 months, I still haven't shown my house. And I'm just like, now I have to use it
Yeah.
and make content. So I'm just like, okay, because I have done this,
Yeah.
so I have to do this.
I actually want to open the question up to you also. Like in the like in the future, like what is, now that you're on a journey of life, what is the woman that in 20 years you are scared of becoming or don't want to become?
My answer, everyone's gonna say misandrous. But like I'm very afraid of becoming like a wife. Like, you know, being thrown into like a wife role where like, I don't know, like that movie Mrs. was like a horror movie for me. Like it was like like you show me Ring in the dark in the middle of a haunted forest, I'll survive. But you show me Mrs. and when I'm like with a guy, I'll like literally be like, oh my God, I have to run for the fucking hills. Like, you know, I get like if someone says, if I'm going to the kitchen and someone's like, listen, can you get me like a glass of water from the kitchen? My eyes start tearing up. I'm like, shit.
So what are you going in the kitchen for?
I'm going for my own work now.
If you're going, you might as well.
But she
No.
sees it as some like
I see it as, oh my god, this person wanted a glass of water, but they were being lazy, and then I got up and they were waiting. Opportunist. Like for me, it's like so difficult to come to terms with it, but I'm going for therapy. What's the woman you're afraid of
No,
becoming?
but wait. Before that, why are you afraid of that? Is it because your relationships didn't work out?
No,
or-
no. It's like my relationships didn't work out because of all of this only.
They're like, oh, you're not ready to be a wife.
No, I was like, how dare this person ask me to open the window? Like, you know, it's
Wow.
like, I'm like, oh my
What a
god.
brat.
Yeah. Like, I'm like a younger sibling. Like, you know, even my sister knows that if she's going to the kitchen, she has to get me a bottle of water. But if I'm going, she can't. She doesn't have the guts to ask me because I'll start crying. Like, it's anyone
Wow.
and everyone. Like, if my
What
dad...
a bad behavior.
I'm so selfish. I'm trying to work on it. Like, you know,
I wish I was selfish.
I'm very
You know, I would,
selfish.
if I was selfish, there are so many things in my life that would be sorted. I'm just like, no, I have to do this. I just, I'm
Yeah.
such a people pleaser that I'm like, oh, they can't think this about me because I have made a reputation and I have to live up to
Yeah.
it. So I'm just like, no, I can't say no.
Yeah.
If I say no, they'll be like, oh, how can she say no? Because she's always saying yes.
Yeah.
So to build that, now I'm just like, what do I do? So I'm like, oh, no, I'll do it. No, I'll do it. No, take it from me. Take mine.
dude, I think that no is the most expensive thing that I can do for myself.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why it is.
Yeah.
I've worked it out.
Come on.
Okay. So, you know, when you ask, like, we're all independent women. So, when we ask for something, it's taken so much work from us to ask for it.
Yeah.
And we're so like, oh, fuck, like, we don't like asking for things, but I really need this.
Yeah.
So, when you ask for something, it's so important that samne wala will never say no because it's such a big thing. But other people are used to asking for things and they're okay with a no.
Yeah, yeah.
But because we are not okay with
Yeah.
getting a
Yeah.
no, we're not okay with giving a no.
Yeah.
So, but now I've become very okay with not
Yeah.
getting a no, but giving a no.
Wow.
Next year.
Inshallah, if all goes well.
But I will say that I'm also like very like you take everything.
Yeah.
Like anyone comes to my house, they go back with a quote unquote gift.
Yeah.
They'll see something they like. I'm like, it's yours.
Yeah.
I
Even
have
me.
Yeah.
Like
And I'm just like, if I ever, because I never ask because I'm scared of rejection. I'm like, what if they say no?
yeah.
And I'm like, no, I can do it by myself. There are so many things that I could take help from people and it'll be so much easier and less time consuming. But I'm just like, no, because I have to do everything by myself. I'm just like stressing about it and I'm doing everything. Like even things go wrong in my life. My friends are like, you never talk about bad things in your life.
Yeah.
I was like, because I'm dealing with the bad things, I'm so exhausted that I don't want to talk about it now.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, no, I don't want to talk. They're like, and then you're crying about nobody's there for you. Talk about it.
Wait, I have to say that it's more nuanced than that. It is that when someone asks me for help, I am like, you know, like I'm awake, I'm there, I'll put 110% into the effort that you need from me. I will show up with a smile, even if I'm feeling shitty about
Yeah.
myself. But when I ask someone and they take time and then they're like not into it, and they're like, it's a yes, but it's a very labored yes
Yeah.
that I will help
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And then I hate
Yeah.
that. Like, I would rather die alone.
Wow. From 0 to 100 real quick.
I fucking hate it. I'm like, a queen like me
Yeah.
should get, like, people should line up to
Yeah.
help me, but
Yeah.
they line up to shit on me.
Sick. It's pathetic what's happening in this country.
Why do we have to deal with it? Let's go. Let's travel.
Let's go on a trip.
Let's book a flight and let's go.
If you are a young, hot woman who is being pushed down by the patriarchy,
victim.
we are starting a travel club. We're going to Mykonos. And you're welcome to come.
They're like, no.
How dare they expect us to pay money for this trash?
I was going to say something and I lost track of it.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I know what I'm excited to become.
No, that's not the question.
Yeah.
But I always answer depressing shit. That's
Okay,
why it's
answer,
like.
answer.
Okay, so I'm excited to become a Zanny mom. I want to be like that mom who's slightly on antidepressants,
Okay, White
slightly
Lotus.
loopy.
She's like, I don't want to talk about depressing things, but here we are.
Yeah.
Let me go then.
Zanny mom.
And
One
what
more.
I'm afraid of becoming
It's an awake mom.
is no mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Naina is basically a mom without a child right now. We just went on a trip and she was so mom coded in that. A couple of times I've looked at her and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "It would make sense if there was a child around me." I was like, "Yeah, but
Yeah.
You don't understand the aesthetic, you know.
Oh my god. And
Yeah.
she gives a little mommy vibes.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you, if there was a kid next to me, my life would make full sense.
So what are you waiting for?
I mean, you know,
In
the
this
logistics, the logistics.
Oh my god. I don't have break from this podcast. When will I have time to make kids?
this podcast is her first child that's not giving back to her.
And, but you
No,
have
it's not.
she's also a child. She's also a child. And
Me.
she's gonna cry about I don't know how you will deal with kids asking you for water and then be like let's
kids
cry
are-
together.
You know, I am romanticizing my kid having a cold and I'm like wiping their nose.
Ew.
You know, like that's my.
I think that's my fear of having like not having kids now because I'm like I have to do all of that. So I'm like
Yeah.
let's go for adoption, like a little older child.
Like a
So all of that is
7-year-old.
done, and then you don't have to deal with it.
Just to be clear, in this group, there's only one person that wakes up every morning and picks up poop. Me. So how can you say I'm not gonna wipe a child's snotty nose if it
Wait, 1 second. Your reaction was instantly ew.
It's gross. Imagine you bought a House of CB dress excess. It's finally started fitting you, and your child comes running to you and wipes their nose. Won't you slap your child? Metaphorically.
best part. Sakshi and I went to this Infocat.
I'm scared.
Wouldn't you?
Now it totally depends. Now that I don't have a child, I'm not thinking about that hypothetical situation. But it happens, then there's always dry clean, yeah. You don't want to slap your child.
Oh,
germs
I would
for
do
the
both.
whole-
One slap, one dress.
Have you seen
Polish.
that episode of Sex in the City when Charlotte has a new kid and she's wearing a very expensive Valentino or something, and the kid comes with a paint and she's like, "Mama's Valentino!"
That's gonna be.
Well, since I only buy Zara.
And she couldn't say anything to the kids, and she's like, "Can't do this," and she goes to the pantry, she shuts the door and she cries about it,
Yeah.
and then she comes out. Okay, it's fine, I can deal with it.
that was very real.
That would be my
Yeah.
13th reason.
Let's talk about my favorite topic of the month, which is no one knows what it is, but
How is it your favorite?
because
It's
I've
in
been
your head?
yeah,
Didn't think about it.
I'm very obsessed with the idea of bachelorette pads because I feel like, especially in India, it's such a new concept because we are all women who are first generation who are getting to live life by our own terms and set up spaces that are not defined by our parents, our partners, or anything. And how exciting that is to figure out who you are as a person and what that does. And both of you have now set up like multiple homes and are very happy. Like every time I step into your homes, like I can see the peace in both your eyes. And how exciting is that for you?
It is really exciting because now I've also reached a point where I'm like, I'm not going to settle for anything. If anyone wants to do it, they have to come and live in my life that I've created, because it took me a long time to reach here. And it's very set. Like if I have work, if I have to wake up in the morning, if I have Pilates, I have realized that that is something that I have to do it for myself, keep myself first. And then if you want to be there, you come around in my space. But I can't be like, oh, make space for you and be like, oh, now come and ruin it. Because it took me a lot of time
Yeah.
to reach here. So now it took me a lot of time to actually mentally be ready for it and be like, oh, no, this is not okay.
Yeah.
So anytime someone comes like for sleepovers, any of the girls, usually I love a girl's girl and you can just rant and talk about anything. So I'm just calling people for sleepovers and I'm just like, okay, let's have a glass of wine, watch Sex and the City and talk about how shitty some men are.
Dude, yeah, see, you
I
first.
was
yeah.
saying your life. Like, what is your ideal bachelorette pad?
My ideal bachelorette pad. I just want like a lot of plants, a lot of like camphor. I want a lot of peace and zen. And this, like when I was a kid, my parents were very intense about sleepovers. I used to have to really fight for them. And all I want in my adult life is an adult sleepover.
Yeah.
And an adult sleepover doesn't mean that you have to sleep at that person's house. It means you can leave at 3 a.m. if
Yeah.
you want to go sleep in
Yeah.
your own bed,
Yeah.
because every woman at some point wants to sleep in her own bed.
Yeah. That's why I love doing sleepovers or the parties at my house, and I'm like, you can still party, but when I'm done, I can just walk to the room and lock my room and pass
Yeah.
out. I don't want to do the whole hassle of I'm at someone else's house and then I'm taking a car back and it's just like passing out in the car. I don't want to do that. Like, I want
Yeah.
to sleep at my own time, at my
Yeah.
own
Yeah.
space. And I love being, I can't sleep at anyone's house. I have to be at my house on my side of the bed. And I have to, like, if I have to have green tea, and then you can't be that, the things that you want, you can't ask them to accommodate you if you're
Yeah.
at someone else's
Yeah.
house. You just know where things are in your house.
Yeah.
So you're like, even when people come to mine, I was like, I'll tell you where things are. It's your house. Be
Enjoy.
yourself.
Don't bother
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I
You don't.
know. I've like been like so wasted, but I've made it home like Hunger Games crawling. You know, I know that I have like blacked out, done my entire skincare
Yeah.
because my subconscious knows
Same.
that I deserve it.
Same. And it's never.
Fuck that. Gloss sucks. Yeah. It's fine.
No, but I have to, no matter what, I will always take my makeup off.
Same.
And I don't know how I've done it.
Why
but
was
I have,
that?
when I woke up, like when you usually wake up in the morning, I'm just like, wait, who took my makeup off? And I've done it.
Why was that the most emotional thing I've ever heard? No matter what, I must always take my makeup off.
And it's just like, because I also love the fact that I'm doing so much skincare and doing so many things, routine, 6 step, 8 step, and one night I can just not be like, oh, I put the makeup on, because now if you don't take your makeup off, you get acne in the morning and you're just like, oh my god, you spend more time hiding it when you're doing your makeup, and I'm just like not okay with it.
But I was
New
also-
bachelorette pad. Oh wait.
No.
Finish
I
up.
was saying that I was thinking last night, I was putting on my little face mask, like, you know, the overnight mask from Dr. Jart.
Yeah.
I used that and the lip sleeping mask from Laneige. And I was like, oh my God, I'm one of those girls. This is my 3rd bottle. So I do have a nighttime skincare routine. I got so fucking happy about it.
Yeah.
And then I slept and I was like, I've made it in life.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
my baby pink sheets, you know, amazing.
Yeah, you like that. But if you have a routine, you just feel more productive.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, even if you do one thing that you've been thinking about and you do it, you're just like, oh, so I at least got this done. So
Yeah.
even if you do one thing, when you wake up, you're just like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I mean, even if I did little skincare, if I wanted the rest, I've taken a nap, which I've been like waiting for, because I've been like doing things back to back, and I'm like, oh, I haven't gotten time to sleep. In the last fashion week that was happening, I'm just like, every day I'm shooting different backdrops, I'm shooting 3 looks, and I'm getting my hair, makeup, everything done. I'm just like, I don't have time to sleep. I got my hair done and I'm just sitting like this. I was like, I want to take a nap. I just want to take a nap. So yesterday, I was like, today is also hectic. So I was lying in bed and I felt so good. I'm just like, oh, I needed this. So I felt productive. So even if you do one
Yeah.
thing, I think it's
Yeah.
great.
I agree. I'm doing 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
So even if I don't do anything else, I'm like, I've walked 8 kilometers.
Yeah.
Like, but because especially our jobs don't have any routine, right? So you have to find like something to kind of ground you during the daytime.
Yeah.
But my idea of a bachelorette pad is living like a man. Like my house is like filled with unfinished projects. I only have one rule where there's no food in my bedroom. And that's the only rule. But I'm okay with my mess. I'm not okay with other people's mess. Like I'm just like, how
Because you know
ew.
at some point you will take care of it.
Yeah.
And other people just come. And I would never go to someone's house and ruin it, because I would not want that in my house.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I've realized that very late when I started living by myself, and I moved out when I was 28. And I used to just be like, I love my house clean. I'm keeping things as per my thing. And I would not like it if someone comes and just opens a bottle of water and they've thrown it, if they're having chips and they've thrown it. And I would never do that to anyone.
Right.
So now when you are living by yourself, you're like, oh, these are the things that I wouldn't do. And you are more careful when you are at someone else's house.
Do you have more sympathy for your mom now?
My mom always keeps the house clean. But also, because we couldn't afford help, we were the helps at house. So one is doing jhadu, one is doing pocha. Everyone has their bartan duties.
Yeah.
So everyone were doing their thing. So now you're like, oh no, we have to do it because that padegi. And we were scared. We were scared of our parents. We didn't have sleepovers because we didn't have space to have sleepovers. So I'm just like, now that I know as a kid, there are a lot of things now that I talk about, and they're like, oh, she's only talking money and she's talking bags. But I'm like, I have lived a life in a cramped up apartment, in a one room kitchen with two of my sisters and my mom, dad, and we didn't have space. So everyone was like in each other's space all the time, in each other's face, and I was like, now I need space because I've done this all my life, and I would not trade that for anything. I loved my life. I love my parents' relationship. They're still married now. They had their 35-year anniversary,
Congratulations.
and that's the definition of my love. So I'm not gonna settle for anything less because I know that it's out there, and I strongly believe that I'm a very nice person and I deserve it because when I do bad things, I feel guilty. So I'm like, no, I need a certain kind of things in my life, and that's why I think most of my relationships don't work. Because firstly, when you start a relationship, sometimes I'm not even interested in you, but you have love bombed the fuck out of me, and now that I am interested, you are not interested anymore. So I'm just like, I think also that's the thing about my relationships with anything. I just give too much too soon,
Yeah.
and then there is nothing left. And they're like, oh, she's gonna do it. She does it. She's gonna do it. And then I'm like, bro, I'm doing 70. Just meet me 30%,
30, yeah.
not even halfway.
Yeah.
But they take you for granted,
Granted,
and then you're like, wait, I wasn't even interested in you.
Yeah.
When did I become this person?
But that's the thing. I feel I do it, and I've learned to like pull back from it. Is that you don't even? I don't think even you give half a thought whether your that person has excited you or you're genuinely
Yeah.
interested. You're like, okay, I'm going to now go and
Yeah.
love this person
Yeah.
so hard,
Yeah.
and just do everything and just lay it in front of
Yeah.
them, and then decide later like that, hey, was I even interested to begin with, or was I just performing because
Basically,
like
for everyone,
what?
like the chase is
wait,
important.
I didn't articulate it well.
No.
But
Go
like
for it.
No, I know what you mean. You're just like, if I like, I'm not even talking about like
Partner.
a partner
Okay, wait.
relationship. I'm talking about any relationship. You're like, if I love you, I'm gonna do 110% because I love seeing your reaction to what I do for you.
yeah,
So I'm just like, oh, I'll do it.
it's like a I am so tuned to the idea of service and duty that I don't even question
Yeah.
whether I want to do it in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, the minute, because I feel like it's my duty to again like see that the next person is happy, is comfortable, that I don't even think about whether I
I'm
care
comfortable
enough.
doing it, yeah.
You know?
I love that.
Yeah. It's just like, oh,
you
no,
love
no, I
that?
do it.
No, I mean, I love that people think like that because I can't relate at all.
She's like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
because I don't even want to, like, the lesson learned is basically if someone asks you to get a glass of water from the kitchen, you start crying. Guys, come on. And also, gatekeep your wallpaper, guys, number sometimes.
No, it's okay.
Never.
No, I'm just like, never. Because I know in my head, I'm like, I can provide you with the resources that I have, but you can't
Yeah.
think how I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
So if I can just give you, I will lay out everything for you. I want to be that person. I want you to do good.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to do better than me. So I will.
You are so real for saying that. I love that.
So I'm just
Yeah.
thinking, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
This is what I've used. This I'll give all the contact of the creator who's shooting everything. I'll tag them. I feel bad
Yeah.
that the people are not available for me because
Yeah.
they are shooting out there because everything. Who shot this content for me? Now we love them. Let's work with them.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, sorry, the dates are blocked now. I'm doing it. I was like, wait, what? When I started working with you, you did not have a lot of work, and suddenly you are not available.
But that's nice. Y'all are both very resourceful in that sense, where y'all have like a bank of people and no one, like y'all both don't gatekeep that. And I think
Yeah.
it's very similar in that aspect. But also, you're right, like the way you would think creatively, no one else can do that. So it's like you can give me all the tools that you use, but my end product will not be as good because only you guys are. I'm
And
not
even if
saying
it's-
me,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying it's not as good. It's just that like the only people who gatekeep are the people who feel like they don't have much else to offer.
Yeah.
Like if three of us can work together in infinite like
Yeah.
permutation combination. So it's okay. You don't need to gatekeep information because nothing is like
Right. Yeah.
I'm so off my
No,
yeah,
I
I'm
get
not
what
being
you're
able to
saying in the
articulate.
sense that, like, you only gatekeep when that's all you have, and
Yeah.
you think this is your
But
one
that's
hit
exactly.
wonder.
I'll say this when I have worked with a lot of agencies, and there are some things which are against my, like, this is the set of rules that I have, and no matter what, I'm not gonna give in. So if things didn't work out with the person, I'm just gonna be like, oh no, no, I don't believe in myself. If I go to someone else, they won't be able to take care of me or get the same amount of work. It's not. It is the agency that gets you the work. In the end, they are the one who are talking for you. But it totally depends on you.
Yeah.
I agree.
But like they'll always have like a setup. They are gonna send the 20 people that they have in their roster.
Yeah.
But in the end, the brand is going to choose 4. So
Yeah.
it doesn't depend. They can push you and be
Yeah.
like, oh, as a personal relationship, do this for me and then I'll do that for
Yeah.
you. But in the end, it's the brand's choice. If they're paying you so much money, they would want their things,
Yeah.
their aesthetic to be in a certain way.
100%.
So I was like, I left that agency and I'm like, bro, I deserve better because I know my worth. And now, after that, I left that there are 4 or 15 other agencies. I didn't even know they exist. And they're like, oh, we want to work with you. We would love to. We would. I was like, I don't trust anyone. I'm working with multiple people now. And I'm doing way more than I used to. And I'm just like, wait, thank God. Whatever happened, happened for a reason. I realized better late than never.
Yeah.
And I am where I am and buying more bags than ever.
It is that I think a lot of the time you as a person cockblock yourself from what you can
Yeah.
do. Like because you're so afraid to pick up the phone and ask for what you
Yeah.
need, and then when you can actually like
Yeah.
show up for yourself,
Yeah.
you realize that there were actually no obstacles in your way.
Yeah.
And it's so gratifying. In the same way, and I would ask both of you, like, who is somebody who you are secretly happy when they get success? You see their journey around you parasocially.
I get happy when Radhika or Shivani get something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm very like, oh, you did this, talk to them now even I'll work with them. So
Love that.
Yeah.
that just helps. And again, we want good for each other and we wanna, because we traveled together and we wanna do this with each other. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, okay, as long as we're in the same league, it just gets easier because we've been doing it for so long. And when you pitch, like even if you want to collaborate with like a staycation or a property or like a tourism board,
Yeah.
and if you want to travel with them, it just gets easier because you are all creators.
Yeah.
So in the end, you don't spend a lot of money, and then you can just work and we know each other because we are taking each other's photos, we know each other's angles. Shivani knows how to take my photos. I know how to take. So we just assign jobs to everyone that one person doesn't have to do everything. You can do for me. And we are very like, we fight about it sometimes. I was like, but you didn't want to take photos. I'm assigned to you. And we fight about all of those things. Because you're like, no. I'm just like, okay, sometimes you're like, we want to have fun. So let's just get it over with in the start and then you're done. You're not taking any photos or videos anymore. Let's just finish it. And just like, just for the sake of getting it over with, we're like, okay, let me do it for both of you. Let's just get it over with.
I
So
love it.
just a lot of fun.
Is there a creator you're jealous of?
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, like some people, actually, one specific creator, nahi, but like a vibe of creator or something happening in their lives, I would be jealous. But then I also realize, and I keep correcting myself that this is where I've reached after 3 years. This is where they've reached after like 10 years, 15 years. So it's unrealistic for me to think that I can achieve that in 10 years, but I can look at it in 3 years, but I can look at it as a inspiration or a
thing, yeah.
goal or a roadmap, and it's fine. Genuinely, everyone here works so hard that you can not like the person, but you can really respect the hustle,
Work,
and
yeah.
that piece is always
Yeah.
in my mind.
And it's so tough because there's so much competition, because when I started, there was not a lot of people who
Yeah.
were doing this. And I'm like, today I have to wake up and think of a new thing. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work. You never know how the audience is going to see it and be like, oh, what is she doing? But in your head, you're thinking, sometimes I'm working so hard on something. I'm working on, and especially on brand contents, I love that the brand gets back to me and say, oh, we love your content the best. So I work for that. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to work harder for something like this where people are like, oh, we want something like that. So I'm just like waking up, and I work so hard because I edit my own videos sometimes. And I'm like, I spent 2 days writing the script, shooting it, editing it, and it doesn't work on my page.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm crying about it, saying, oh my God, I worked so hard on this. And sometimes I'm doing a lip sync, which is hitting like 2-3 million. And I'm saying, what is this? So you would never know what works out. And I'm just like, why do I cry about things not
Yeah.
working out? Because it's in the end, in the hands of the audience, it's not even what time you post or anything. Now when people ask you, oh, what is the best time for you to post? There is no
There
best
is
time.
no best
now
time.
everyone I don't know if a lot of people that I know are doing 9 to 5. They are like freelancers and they are free. They'll watch your
Yeah.
content. The people who are following me also since I'm like now, I think maybe I'm not relevant anymore because the people who used to follow me who were my age back when I was doing it, they were 16, 17, they were going to college and they had time. Now they have jobs. They're going to be like someone is a doctor, lawyer, whatever. And they have grown up with me. So they don't think I'm relevant anymore. And now, even right now, a lot of people, if they don't recognize me because they have grown with me. So they are not on the internet anymore.
So does it play with your self-worth when you think of this idea of like, okay, I've put in so much work, 10 years later, am I still relevant?
I think about it every day. I wake up and and I didn't know anxiety till there was a time where for 6 months I didn't do anything. And I'm just like, bro, how am I supposed to pay my rent, my parents' rent? How will I do this? Because I have to pay double for everything. Like the help and everything is double. So I'm just like, if I don't do it, what will happen? And that time I realized I couldn't sleep at night. I'm thinking all day, I'm thinking about something. I was like, no, let me write an email, let me write a message. And I'm just constantly reaching out to people saying, oh, let's do this, let's work on a certain thing. And I'm like, let's do that because I didn't study and I'm like, I don't have a backup. I'm not sitting on money. Whatever it is, I have to do it for myself. So I'm just like, no, I can't do it. I have to do it. And that's the reason if you come back to the whole point, I wake up, I'm like, no, I have to do it. Because I have a certain life that I want to live now. And I have a certain standard that I have to maintain.
Yeah.
You can't be like, go back now. You have to only
Yeah.
go forward.
Yeah, I think that the lack of job security with content and
Yeah.
like, because obviously no one's seen the entire run, right?
Yeah.
Because content is only like 10, 20
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah.
Where does it end? And if you're not creating a brand or you're not creating an IP,
Yeah.
and how long can you keep
sustain
Yeah.
doing this? Yeah. So much competition. And I'm just looking at people who are these young kids waking up and doing things, and I'm like, bro, I have to keep up. And just let me do my thing. But that's why I'm just like working hard, investing in my things. And I'm like investing. I know that a lot of people would not want to invest in things. And even right now when I go out, I'm like, I want people to talk about, oh, this content we really like. Oh, is this AI backdrop? I'm like, no, it's a real backdrop. I got it made. So I'm just constantly looking on Pinterest for ideas. I'm like, oh, this outfit will go this, like this. And I'm just doing all of that things. And I was like, okay, that's the next step. And the next thing is, of course, starting your own brand or something, because you can't sustain doing this.
Yeah.
Because one day you'll wake up and you won't have.
One day the house of CBXS just won't
Yeah,
sell.
imagine I'm selling it then.
Yeah, fuck.
But I think that's the fallacy that people think that as you grow older, you somehow maybe stop working as hard. But I think as you grow older, your stakes increase so
Yeah.
much that you have to work as hard. The
Yeah.
only thing that changes is that maybe you have a little bit more confidence entering a room.
Yeah.
Or the time it takes you to do a task has reduced just by virtue of the fact that you've done it so many times. Like
yeah.
Sakshi can say something right now and it'll be 100% funny, and it would have taken her 2 seconds. And she's like, it's so easy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not easy.
Timing is right.
Yeah, because she's been doing it
Yeah.
for like
It's just a practice
It's a
thing. I
practice
feel like you
thing.
do
Yeah, they say,
anything
I
enough.
think it's with any thing
Yeah.
that you do.
Yeah.
Like even if I'm editing videos, people are like, how can you do it so fast? I'm just like, cut. I know how it, like my hand works so far. I can, like in my sleep also, I can just do it.
Yeah.
So it's just the habit that you have.
I was going to ask you, but I think we kind of covered it. But now, are there still some things about life that you find difficult to navigate? What are your struggles now?
Now that my parents are getting old, I'm so scared. I live for them.
Yeah.
Like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I love doing things for them. And my dad is like, no, I want to do something. I was like, relax, like chill,
Yeah.
whatever you want, you'll get. So I'm like, to do that also, you have to like, oh, it's not just you have to take care of someone else. And now they're getting old. My mom just keeps getting sick because she has diabetes, and every day or something, I'm just like, I never miss a call because I'm so scared. And my dad has this habit of sending me good morning, like the funny quote or everything in the morning. And I was like, how do I tell him not to send it to me anymore? Because I am scared that one day
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
won't get the message. And I'm just like, no, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, anytime I get a call from them, I'm just like, okay, no, I have to pick it up. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm just scared for that. And I can't even imagine
Yeah.
losing them. I'm just like, I want to die first. I don't know. And I also don't want to live
This was
I was like, and I keep telling my dad, I was like, you have to live for 100 years. And so it's, no, I don't know what will I do. Like I exist because I know that I have to wake up in the morning and do this.
Like, we wanted to do like a girls' guide segment for all our viewers, most of our viewers, even the guys. If you all want a girls' guide, who are we to stop you in this in 2025? So I'm going to ask both of you questions if I can find the chat.
Wow.
Okay. I'm gonna fat.
Yeah.
Like, ideal first bag to buy.
You have to buy something classic that goes with everything. So it has to either be like a black or a white or a beige that goes with everything. Because you take time
Yeah.
to afford all of that. Now, even right now, I have not started buying colors because I'm like, oh, what will I
Yeah.
have to style things?
I
So,
love that. I have all colors, but one.
But it depends on your aesthetic
Personal
also.
style, yeah.
I'm just like more black and white, beige.
Makes sense.
So-
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Wait, wow, what are you? Oh, everyone answer.
Oh,
No.
Oh, me?
everyone answer.
Yeah. I need, like, are we talking luxury or normal?
Whatever.
Anything.
One small.
First buy what?
Yeah.
First bag to buy if you're talking
Yeah.
you're talking about luxury only because everyone has a bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Well, one big tote bag and one small pout like thingy bag.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, like
Shoulder
black,
bag.
white,
Yeah.
beige.
Yeah.
And then one PR will send you one tote so you can buy your vegetables and
That's-
put it.
That's
The
only
first time I
you.
got my
PR is not sending everyone a tote.
yeah. And now when for normal audience who are not on social media,
Yeah.
there's no PR person. But yeah, I think the tote is so important because actually it's important for me because I travel a lot.
No,
I was thinking
tote bags are the most underrated bag and the most abused bag.
Guys, tote bags are important for everyone because most people go to work with a laptop.
Yeah,
Are you all
that's
okay?
true.
Brother, you will not wear a tote bag with a laptop. Your shoulder will get fucking injured.
Not these
Backpack.
angles,
Buy a
see.
backpack.
Yuck. Don't buy a
Please
backpack.
don't buy a backpack.
Buy a backpack.
Don't
I
buy
think
a backpack.
spine health over sexy vibes.
Someone will chori your laptop, na?
from behind.
I think.
You?
Yeah.
Suddenly it feels light.
To be fair, when I feel that kind of threat, I always wear it in the front.
Which
This is
train
a-
are you traveling in?
This is a hot girl guide, and you're saying, please, fucking, like, you. I know you.
Let's
want a
just
child.
skip
Don't
on.
do a baby carrier. Absolutely not. You have
I
given.
think a pram is a great bag.
I think a tote. I think like a nice
Yeah.
shoulder tote situation. The one that comes to mind if it's luxury is the never full.
Yeah, I think it's so much better than my Dior purchase.
I hate
because
the
it
Dior
hurts.
tote. You can't carry it here. You have to carry it like this.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
And then that's why I'm just I use it when I'm traveling, which is on my cabin, so I don't have to hold it.
But I will say the Dior book tote for travel is only good if you're flying business. For economy, it doesn't fit. My Dior tote has gone like idhar udhar. Don't do it. Bad purchase for me. One tip: moving or setting up a new house.
Get a bed first, because then you can just do the other things on time. But you
Yeah.
need some place to sleep in, because there are a lot of my friends who moved in, and the things are all around the place, and you can't just keep switching back and forth.
Yeah.
So the bed is the first thing, and curtains.
Yeah.
I would say if you are moving and you're on a budget to start, right? I'm assuming your first apartment, buy a TV because you need to spend buy a TV.
You
Buy
can
a-
sleep on the floor, but you should have
you should
entertainment.
have a TV because you think you're saving money by buying this renting this small apartment, but you'll step out every day and spend money sitting in cafes. You'll be bored. You'll spend money outside. Buy a TV, sit at home, watch stuff for free. It's great.
You know that
I don't
TV
know if
costs
you're
money.
joking.
I'm not being. I'm saying buy a TV. It'll save you in the.
Or
long
just buy a
run.
gadda, bro.
Everybody has a laptop.
Yeah, but it's
Hello,
not the
you think
same.
everybody has a laptop. Like, it's a normal thing.
A phone, a smartphone everyone has.
Buy a TV.
Okay, that's her
okay. ठीक है,
ideal.
I don't know why I have to fight for my rights.
Because I thought you were joking.
No, buy a TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying don't just there'll be a lot of Blinkit orders on the first day. It's okay. Just keep ordering whatever you need. There's no need to like pack like random.
She was
like,
so judgmental about her TV, and your
I know.
idea is so bad.
Sakshi's here for hostla.
What? I'm just saying
It's
like,
just like-
Keep eating.
if you okay, once your room is set up, like I agree with your bedroom should be the first thing to be set up thing. But I'm saying don't stress about like, oh my god, I haven't packed like the body wash from my previous apartment. I haven't done all of that. All the small things that you think you don't have, like a jharu and all, just order that and like anything and just you don't have to stress about that. Like worry about the big things is what I was saying. I didn't understand these questions.
Oh my god. We should have had someone.
It says etc.
Oh.
Sorry, one second. Huh.
One trip you should take in your 20s.
You can go to Bangkok. That's affordable and it's not that far. So you can take an eco flight, which is like 4 hours. And it's a fun, and you have a lot of fun. You have a lot of things that you can do.
Scaring me? I'm sweating.
I'm not saying what.
Yeah.
But it's affordable. You can just walk around.
And it's
the-
legal.
And it's a direct flight.
Yeah.
It's a direct flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say squeeze your money together and go on some kind of Euro trip, because you can do a lot of experiences for free. Even walking in the park is an elite experience.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. I would say Nepal. Nepal has like a lot of like hikes and treks and it's really pretty and the food and drinks are really good. And it's like one of those places you can do on a budget, you can do luxury.
Yeah.
It's
I really want to go.
yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that it?
A travel tip.
Oh, a travel tip. If you are going to a place where you have to walk a lot, wear shoes.
That's a heavy one.
Because you walk a lot in Europe, especially all the steep places, and you keep walking. You're walking like 10 kilometers sometimes, and you're shopping around, and you can't because it's so expensive to get a cab. But you can't
Yeah.
do that. So it's better to just walk and
in comfy shoes.
comfy shoes.
Yeah.
Carry a water bottle,
Yeah.
because sometimes
Yeah, water is also very expensive sometimes.
Yeah.
Or just get a beer. It's cheaper.
I have a good tip. Carry Eno. Like indigestion is real on vacation.
We're talking about young kids in their 20s.
I've
They
been
have
there.
not get it.
I've been there. I've been like,
But I think actually carrying Electrol is a very good idea more than Eno because it just gives you energy.
Yeah.
Different bodies,
Basically,
different
a
problems.
medication kit. I
Oh,
would
yeah, you should actually also, a very good tip to carry your like Dolo, Crocin and all those
Yeah.
medicine
Yeah.
bandages. I always carry them because I don't know where I'll get all of that.
Can't
So
risk
Dolo is like,
Yeah.
whatever happens, Papa Dolo. And you find
multi-purpose. I would say don't skimp on location. If you're going to a city, stay in the city. It's okay if your room is slightly smaller.
Yeah.
But you'll spend so much more time and money traveling back and forth. Don't
Yeah.
skimp on location.
such great tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now let's take a trip.
I will keep asking you, if she's not come for a sleepover here, what she'll take a trip? She's like, oh my god, we went to Mexico in like 30 hours. Now I can't chill with them all.
I'm being bullied by me. I'll come, dude. Let's do it.
Plan it right now. Why don't
Yeah.
you pick
Yeah.
a date?
Just
Let's pick
come
a date.
tomorrow.
Bro,
I'm sorry, I have work. Actually, I can come because I have to shoot in Snowball. I can come tonight.
Okay, come. I'll be back by 10:30. But please come so you can shoot my video and I don't have to call a videographer.
I'll see you
Amazing.
next year.
on that note, thank you so much for joining us.
Of
This has
course,
been
it's so
lovely.
much fun.
I had a really good time. Thank you for coming.
Of course. Bye.
Bye.